Hi everyone, this is Diane. I had a lot of time in here yesterday and I did 3 videos. Today is Thursday, the last day of February. And the 3rd video that I made, I can't get to upload. So I might try, it's like 52 minutes. So I might try to edit some of the video out and try it again later today, but I wasn't going to do another video on these journals until they were done. So since that one won't upload, I figured I would do some more today with you so you can see how I finish these up or get close to finishing them anyway. So the video that won't upload at this point in time was just doing some more embellishing and adding some pockets in these journals. And so I did most of it, but I decided I have some more that I want to do. So we're going to have some fun playing today with some fun stamps and some embossing, and who knows what all we're going to do. But I wanted to show you that I did the Mod Podging, and I actually started putting this cover together last night when I couldn't sleep. I've been doing pretty good with sleep, but last night just wasn't happening. So I was in here, that's when I did the Mod Podging, and then I was in here long enough that the first cover that I did dried, and I could put it together this far. I'm using the flexible folders to give a nice flexible cover, but this is what it looks like. And I added Tim Holtz. These are the thick chipboard words, but I like this. But I peeled most of it off. It's got a couple layers there. And, you know, that's as far as I got, as far as putting that cover together. And I Mod Podged this one. And this cover is slightly taller. It's not the same cover I had selected previously because that one was the same height and I didn't realize it was slightly narrower. So the pages went right to the edge and I didn't want that. So I found this one that is the same width, actually a little bit wider and a little bit taller. So the pages fit. There's just going to be a little more room around the pages. Also yesterday, when I had uploaded the video that you're going to see on the first day of March, I went to link this kit and I realized that there was an ephemera kit also available, and I already had purchased it, but it wasn't in my files, so I must have lost it somewhere along the way, maybe when I changed computers, because I purchased this stuff back in 2019. So I was able to find it in my Etsy purchases and download it again. So I printed out, I think it's 2 pages of ephemera, and this is only half of it because I only printed this bonus ephemera stuff once and split it up. So there are 4 large butterflies, there are 2 similar flowers like this, and 4 flowers like this, and 4 paper dolls, all different. This one looks very similar to this one, but she doesn't have butterfly wings. The other paper doll had butterfly wings. And I did want to point out on these dolls, because I haven't done that yet, the detail. These are like art journaling pieces. So there's like, it looks like stenciling in their hair and text on their faces and text on the legs. And it's just really neat detail. So these, I've already added these bonus pieces into one of the signatures. So I'm going to go through and add these. And then I want to do something fun with some really fun stamps that I remembered that I have. Which one did I already do? Must have been this one. I think it was this one. Yes. I'm just going to look at these pages so I remember where I added things. Right here, I will add this little flower. Oh, this is clogged. Well, we had so much rain yesterday. I think I told you in one of the videos that I made yesterday that it was raining. It was very, very windy. We had wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. And then it was raining quite a lot. And sometimes it was pouring. I looked out my door when I heard it coming down. I went to my mailbox, and right after I got home, I could hear the rain pouring right down. I missed it. I got home just in time. So I opened the door to look out, and I could see the wind blowing that rain in sheets across the road. It's kind of cool looking if you're not out in it. Let's see what next. What did I do next? Gonna add a butterfly here, a green one, but a little journaling space too. I'm just seeing how long I made the other one. This has a nice grid line I can cut on. And this has a dotted line where it was the top of the page. I could leave that on, but I'm just going to cut it off. So this will make a really pretty journaling spot on the back of this pocket page. It's still windy today. It was snowing when I got up. We do have some snow on the ground, but not much, and I think it's already melting. It's supposed to get up to 50, so that snow's not going to last long. But after having days in the upper 50s and up to 60 yesterday, I think it was quite a shock to wake up. I mean, it was cold this morning, and it was snowing, and the wind is still blowing. That looks pretty. I think that's probably all I added into this signature. Yep. So this one already had a paper doll tucked into a pocket. So I had already, these dolls they're the same ones that are on the cover, just a slightly bigger, but it might just be because I printed the papers a little bit smaller. Actually, that's the same size. So yeah, that's the same doll. And I tucked one in a pocket, and the other one was glued to the front of one of the envelope or pocket pages. So the other two that I just printed, they will just be tucked in somewhere, I think, is what I did. Let's see what I did in the next signature. I just tucked a doll in here, and I added a flower to this. might end up stamping a word and cutting it out and gluing it on there. And this one gets this flower. Or doodly design. So if you're looking on Ephemera's Garden, on her Etsy store, I was looking for Ephemera's Heartsong because that's the name of this kit, but in the description of it, it's called Doodle Fairies. So I think you might have to look for Doodle Fairies if you're looking for that kit. And that's what I had to type in on my Etsy purchases, my purchase history, so I could find the kit and download it again. Because Ephemera's Hearts, I didn't come up with Ephemera's Heartsong, but it came up with Doodle Fairies. I've already added fabric strips to the tops of the paper clips in this one. I did that last night instead of sleeping. Okay, in here, I just paper clipped the other butterfly, so you can put it wherever you want. This one has the Doodle Fairy on it. We're in the last signature, so I have to have, I guess all I have left is her. Just have to have a place to put her. Where did I put her? In the very back, on the very last page. She got tucked into this pocket. So these extra fairies that I added are different in the journals because there were 4 different fairies. They're not fairies because they don't have the wings, but it's the Doodle Fairy kit. And I think they're very cute, and I was really glad to have those extras to add in. I ironed this piece of patchwork and then cut it to the right width, and then I stitched around it because they were just kind of loose ends because they're backed with a sheet. So they're ready for me to add on to the spine. But I want to play around with some stamps. I did that one. So I have these Diane Reevely Dilutions stamps, which I purchased from someone who was destashing. And I haven't used them yet. And I thought this would be the perfect journal for these. And I know I have one page that is white on the back, and it's not the digital. It is this printer stationery with the cherry blossoms on it. So I thought I would add these things to it. So what I decided to do, let me fold this so it's all ready to pour. I am going to use the VersaFine Clair Charming Pink because it's a pretty bright pink, and it's a pigment ink, and you can emboss with this if you don't wait too long, because it stays wet longer than a dye ink, and you need it to be wet so the embossing powder will stick to it. So this is clear. If you're using a colored ink because you want your embossing to be this color, use a clear embossing powder. So let me show you. I did have to order, I just ordered today, another jar of gold embossing powder because I finally ran out. This stuff lasts so long, especially if you're not embossing every day. Now that ink doesn't look very wet, but it is wet enough for this to stick to it. You can see I practiced right there. Sometimes my cord on my gun gets caught up in something, like now. I'm sorry. I just have to hold this closer. And I like this shape. It looks like a bunch of wonky trapezoids stacked together, and I think it's really cool. So I'm going to stamp that over here. That is fun. And it just adds a little something to the page. And I have these Tim Holtz phrases. Let's see if there's something we want to stamp here. About collect beautiful moments. This one is Warm Breeze. I don't think I'll emboss it. I think I'll just stamp this. Just one life. What are we waiting for? This is the only life we have, besides our eternal life. So that is a fun page, and look, it shows through, and that's okay. I'm glad I had it down here instead of up there. Now I'll have to do the same thing in the other journal, but you don't need to watch me do that twice. Where else did I say I might add some words? I do have to, oh, the tag. I do have to make something to insert into the center envelopes of all 6 signatures, 3 in each journal. How about own your dreams? And I'll do that in the hot pink to kind of go with the center there. I'm going to try finding a punch that fits that. Probably need to cut some of that top off. Nope, it fits. But it might be a little too skinny. That works. And I feel like I need to put one more thing on there, so I have 3. But what could it be? I think that ticket's too big. I noticed when I was re-downloading stuff, this is part of the full kit, and it said it's a tri-fold envelope, and I re-downloaded everything and checked it all out, and I had the full kit. I didn't need to re-download the original kit, but I noticed as I was looking at it that there's something to click on for a tutorial for this, but it wouldn't open for me. So it's okay, I don't mind. But I was wondering about cutting something out of that to use, but I don't know. Let's try just punching something out. I just didn't know if it would be too much of the same thing there. I think this might be too small. Cuts the circle out, but not the scallops. Let's try one of the little ones. It's too green, because that's green. So that's too big. Don't I have anything between 1 inch and 2 inches? I do. That's just right. I must be Goldilocks. I might have placed that differently if I'd known I was going to do this. Because I don't really like, maybe if I have it run off the page. Like that. Yeah, that looks okay. It's not my best composition, but it works. I guess I'll keep that on there instead of chopping it off. I'll just let it fold around. So this was a tag that someone made me with just some neutral strips on it, and I was able to make it my own so that it goes with the journal. So it's nice to have rather neutral backgrounds of stamps or tags and cards, etc. Now that already has something added to it, so I'll save that for something else, and I will stamp this in black on that. That doesn't look right. Thinking maybe that little flower, but it's not on here. Here it is. Okay, what color do I want to stamp it in? I'll try it in a couple of colors. Maybe I'll even try it in a brown. I think I might like that brown. It's acorn. This one is probably too small. I think it'll look better with all the petals cut out anyway. I just thought of something fun I can add to this journal. I love this big flower stamp, so I can stamp it on cardstock and cut it out and just stick it in a pocket. That just adds a little something. So we get our, well, it's actually 4 pieces because there's a number added up there. So it's not going to be an odd number anymore. But that's good. Let's have some fun with this. I have this piece of cardstock. And do I want to emboss this? I think that would be fun. Let's do it in black and emboss it. I could use black embossing powder. That would be the smart thing. Look how fun. So that could be a little coloring card for you. I will emboss it, and then if you buy this journal, you could take some watercolor and color inside the embossing, which helps contain the color from spreading. That would be fun. I love how they look like rolled flowers. I'll probably edit that out, so I will repeat what I said while I was doing that. I said I like it, like how it looks like they're rolled flowers. That's really fun. So I don't want to just have a square card. So I'm going to cut, not right close to it, but I want to cut it out in this shape. So I think I'll save this and maybe put a pocket on the back cover and this can be tucked into the pocket on the back cover. Wouldn't that be fun? So I'll have to make another one of those. And for now, how much time do I have? I'm going to start adding the fabric here. I've got a few minutes. I don't want to go over 45 because who knows if I'll be able to upload. I'll be mad if it won't upload today. It's pretty discouraging to not know, to just never know if things are going to work. I can cut some of that off. I didn't pick out a fabric to go on the inside. This way. Yeah, I forgot and put glue all the way to the end. Gotta get this centered. I do need the glue all the way to the end, but I would have done that later, so this wasn't face down on my mat. Ouch. Now I want a trim. That's a fun part. Selecting a trim to go down the side. You don't have to. It looks cool to have a frayed fabric edge. But I enjoy selecting the trims, so I almost always have a trim down the side. So let me see what I can find. Let's look at the rickrack. I want something kind of big and bold. I thought I had a large bright yellow. Oh, here it is. Because I don't think I have purple. I have this one. Oh yeah, I do have purple. Yeah, I like the purple with this because it's a purple cover. So I thought we should bring a little more purple in. Just a little bit of purple right there. Maybe I put the wrong piece of fabric on. There's a little bit more purple on this one. This green matches the other cover pretty nicely. It's not quite the same, but it looks good. And I think that's probably all we'll need to do to the cover because there's a lot going on here. If this goes over 45 minutes, I'm going to chop off the end. So I'll tell you goodbye. Oh, we're only at 40 minutes. And I will probably eliminate some of the embossing. So I think we're good that way. And I sure hope that it will upload. That's a fun cover. I'm going to look real quick to see if I have a fabric for the inside. The inside is going to have this. I think I have another sheet of this because I had these two pieces cut and then I grabbed one and cut it up for something else inside the journal, forgetting that I had a use for it. But the first page of the journal has that pink, so I thought that would look nice. So a fabric that goes with that would be good. Let me see what I can find real quick. I have this drawer of smaller pieces of fabric than I put in those little cloth bins that I have. Some of these just might be too much. Maybe I need something a little more subtle. Like that. It's more of a peach than a pink. Well, that looks okay. Yeah, I'll use that. So I'll just cut a strip that will fit right in here. And then I will cover the raw edge of the fabric with the end papers as I glue them down. That's it for today. So I hope that this will upload. And I will see you soon. Hopefully the next video will be a final flip through. Thank you very much for coming along with me as I created these journals, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun and different. I've been using a lot of bright colors lately, but I kind of alternate between bright and more subdued, and I like both styles. So I hope you do too, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.